Hello, we're on Support Life, a program on Channel 31. Welcome, Stuart.
It's nice to be part of the show, thank you.
So the first question today is, do you consider you value human life and why?
Yes, I think it's the most precious form of life as we know it on earth, I guess.
Tell us, what do you know about the current abortion law in Victoria?
Not as much as I probably should know, so I don't know much at all.
Have you or anyone you know ever been affected by the loss of a loved one? And how did that make you feel?
In regards to abortion or just normal?
Or either.
Or any loss of life?
Death or
yes, well, my mum just passed away 8 weeks ago, so...
How did that make you feel?
Very, very sad, very sad. I had to go overseas, and yeah, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with, so, yeah.
Do you know of anyone who has been affected by abortion?
No.
If you heard that a pregnant woman died in a car accident, for example, would you consider the child in her womb as a second death?
Yes.
Why?
It's a life that's been taken away.
Would you say, is it safe to say that at 3 to 6 months, it's a baby in a womb?
Yes.
When do you think human life begins?
I think at the point of conception, really. Yes, at the point of conception it starts.
Under what circumstance would it be justifiable to terminate a child in the womb?
If it affects the health of the mother, then I think the mother must come first.
And would it be justifiable for gender selection?
Yeah, these tough questions.
So, for example, if I decided that I was pregnant with a baby girl and I wanted a boy instead, is that okay to abort the baby?
Oh, definitely not, no.
Do you think people are influenced by political and social pressures to abort a child?
In some cases, probably, I think they are. It depends on the circumstances of that particular, I guess, pregnant mum or family, you know. So yeah, I think socially, I think some things, some people would be influenced by that, depending on the conditions or the situation.
In Australia, 100,000 unborn children are aborted yearly. What do you think of this?
As a number, it's pretty horrific, but to break it down would probably be, you'd have a better understanding of why and what the justification was for each and individual case.
And if another sector of our human race were so mistreated, would you be motivated to stand up for people's rights, especially for the unborn?
Can you repeat the question?
So if another sector of the human race were mistreated, would you be motivated to stand up or to do something for people's rights, especially in regard to the unborn?
Sorry, I don't understand the question. I really don't. What sector of cat?
We're a race. If it were, say, people focused on people being persecuted, 100,000 killed.
Yes.
Or Indians in the jungle.
Yeah.
Would you stand up and you think that 100,000 abortions were great?
It doesn't matter what race or did you say that?
But I mean,
I still.
yeah. The question's badly worded, but it's to make people think about whether if they saw on the news that Hitler had suddenly been reincarnated and killed 100,000 Jews in Germany, would they equate that with 100,000?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, like that. Like the Holocaust, for example. Yeah. Well, I think 100,000 deaths is, as again, getting back to the conditions of the situation. and you know what circumstances are involved, then it needs to be. Look, the number 100,000, it terrifies me. It's horrible, but we need to understand the data, or the information behind it.
Did you know it's legal in Victoria to abort a child right up to the moment of birth?
No, I didn't know that, and that horrifies me even more. However, again, it gets back to the circumstance. You know?
Why does it horrify you?
It depends. Well, again, it depends on, like, for example, I've got a very close family friend, right, who it was explained that the baby in the womb wasn't. What did you say? It was very. They knew that it was going to be mentally, physically, probably disabled is the wrong word, but challenged. And they went ahead and had the child. But when you look at the child, based on medical advice and the best medical advice that was given at the time, was that right or was it wrong? I mean, you've got to look at the quality of life and things like that. So that's where it becomes difficult to make a decision. You know, if you know all of that, like personally, I would think I've got to be careful too. I would think, what's in the best interest of the child? The child's got to be first, right? For a child to be aborted up to the minute of birth horrifies me if the circumstances don't want it, you know? If it's not justified, then it's completely wrong. That's what I think anyway.
Thank you so much for your time today, Stuart. You're great.
Okay, thank you very much.